Namaste, welcome to the second video. In previous video, I have taken you through the gateway of the ancestral wisdom. Now in this video what we are going to do, let us see. As I had mentioned in the earlier video that sources of this wisdom are Puranas, Itihasas, Niti Shastras and Subhashitas. So in those, the first part is Puranas, which we will be discussing in this video. So what are Puranas? When this question arises, this is the first thing. Literary sources of ancient medieval history and culture. There is a huge repository of literature in Puranas. Lot of stories, lot of cultural things, lot of ancient old stories, everything is available in Puranas. Similar to the literary sources, it also provides valuable insights into the history of philosophy. Many philosophical systems like Advaita Vedanta, Sankhya, Nyaya are actually found in the Puranas, and Puranas are the sources of these things. Also, Puranas can be considered as a storehouse that provides deep insights into all the aspects and phases of the society. Now, present day, we see that many novels are coming and we read the novels in a very beautiful and very interestingly we enjoy those novels. So, what does these novels or these movies which are coming out give us? They shows us the picture of the society. Similarly, if we want to understand the picture of the society which existed some millenniums of years ago or some thousands of centuries of years ago, what we will do? We have to go and search into the Puranas. Not only that, Puranas also discuss about the culture during the ancient and medieval times of India. It's a popular encyclopedia of ancient and medieval religious, philosophical, historical, personal, social and political aspects of the society. It discusses about many rituals. When we say religious, philosophical and all, these days when we do this vrata, Gauri vrata, Lakshmi vrata, Ganesha Utsava and all, from where are these coming from? These are actually coming from the Puranas. Puranas gives the story behind this. Puranas explains how the ritual should be conducted. Similarly, many aspects of the society is given. Many stories of personal relationship can be found in these Puranas. So these are what Puranas are. Puranas is a literary sources. Purana is a encyclopedia. Purana is a set of valuable insights. It's a storehouse which provides the cultural and societal aspects of ancient India. So what are the roles of Purana? We understood that there are many Puranas, this is a storehouse, this is an encyclopedia. And what role does Purana play in the life of human being? Then it influences classical art forms, the dances. We usually see these dances, no? Kuchipudi, Kathakali. These art forms take the stories from the Puranas. If we go to south, like in south in Karnataka, we see Yakshagana is one of the art forms. From where does the story come from? Stories come from nowhere else, but it is coming from Puranas. There are many Puranic stories used for these type of art forms. Similarly, musics, various festivals are found in Puranas, which is influencing our society in various different ways. Now, we usually see how this cultural heritage are getting spread through masses. Ganapati Utsava, Kalika Utsava, everything is getting spread over the masses. How is this happening? This is happening only because of Puranas. Puranas actually motivate the practice of ethical and moral values in the life of the people. This is another role of the Purana, which we will see in detail. The Puranas are also the means by which socio-cultural values can blend with religious values and dharmic living. See, just let me give one example. The people actually do the pradakshina, go around the Ashwatha tree. We have seen this. And also people do the pujas of various trees. So how does this help in society? So, by doing this puja, we get that feeling of that tree is a god. And when that feeling comes that tree is a god, we avoid cutting those trees. And because of those trees, we are surviving. The trees are the providers of oxygen, providers of foods. So because of this reason, sometimes the rituals which we are conducting, which are based in Puranas leads us socio-cultural values. This is a small example which I have given, but there are many more examples possible to see how socio-cultural values can blend with religious values and dharmic living. Similarly, a very lively tradition which we see, Harikatha. We have been listening Harikatha for long. Not only Harikatha, Bhagavata Saptaha, Ramacharitamanasa Parayanam, and there is in Orissa, if we say Pala, there are different types of activities going. These are some living tradition which are still happening. And these, from where are these coming from? These are coming from Puranas, has perennially attracted the masses towards the Puranas. Because of these reasons, actually people are going towards Puranas. They are liking Puranas. They want to understand more Puranas, read more stories from the Puranas. So now we have understood the role of Puranas. How far can we take this Purana to? How old is these Puranas are? So let us see historicity of the Puranas. Actually, Puranas have been handed down the ages through oral transmission, because there was no script available. So the teaching was happening only through oral manner. So people used to sit and say the stories. Now in the present age we don't see that practice, but 10 or 25 years ago, if we go back, we can see that grandmothers or grandfathers used to tell the stories to their grandchildren. Similarly, in ancient times, as there were no scripts, people used to sit and used to ask some rishis or some sages to tell the stories, or Puranas, or the Itihasas, or the history what has happened. So these rishis used to narrate the stories. So that narration of the stories, a set of stories, are called Puranas. It's very difficult to establish the period to the authorship of the Puranas, as there is no explicit mention of it anywhere. So it becomes difficult to find out what is the exact time of Puranas. In our Indian tradition, the antiquity of the Purana is established using the available material in the Purana itself. So when we read Purana, there itself we get some verses or references which says that the Puranas came in this period, or Puranas were before Vedas. For example, according to Matsya Purana, Brahma remembered Puranas even before Vedas. Okay, so Purana is, Purana, the word itself says Pura api navam. Okay, the word Pura in Sanskrit means past or old. Okay, so the Purana itself means one which is past. So how past? So Matsya Purana says it's even ancient than Vedas. Similarly, we find the mention of the Purana in the Vedas and Upanishads too. For example, in Chandogya Upanishad, it is mentioned that Puranas can be considered as the fifth Veda. So in this video, we have seen what are Puranas. So what is the role of Purana in human life? And also we have seen what is the history of Puranas. In next video, we will be discussing about the repository of Puranas and the various characteristics of the Puranas. So please wait and see. Dhanyavada.